Start by positioning the class in a semicircle with you, the teacher, in the what? Online teaching. Oh, online teaching. Hi, my name is Gemma Perry and welcome to Mooncake, where ESL teaching is made easy. If you're new here, then you need to know that I make weekly ESL teaching tip videos to help you improve your English teaching. So if you are teaching English abroad, make sure you subscribe below and hit that notification bell for weekly ESL teaching tips. Also, real quick, if you are new here, say hi in the comments below and let me know where in the world you're teaching. So you're an experienced ESL teacher or a new teacher teaching online for the first time and you're having some trouble keeping your students engaged. Well, worry not, because today I'm sharing 5 simple games that you can try with your online class that don't require many materials. This video is part 2 of my online teaching tips series, so if you haven't yet, make sure you check out part 1 where I go through some short teaching video ideas for young students. You can find it linked below. And of course, stay tuned to the end of this video where I'll be going through a few tips to help you manage large groups online. So with all that out of the way, let's get straight into our first game, Silly Banana. Silly Banana is a fun drilling game that I often use in the classroom. In fact, I've already made a video about this game and how to play in the classroom, which you can find linked below. However, we can adjust this game to suit our online classroom and kids love it. To play this game, all you're going to need are some flashcards of the vocabulary that you'd like to practice and 1 Silly Banana flashcard. Now, that Silly Banana flashcard doesn't have to be a silly banana, but a distinctive flashcard that is different from the rest. Now, of course, if you're using an online platform such as Zoom or in class, then you can use digital flashcards rather than physical ones. Start by introducing the flashcards one by one using chants and TPR as you do. If you're not sure how to use chants and TPR in your classroom, then make sure you check out my video on TPR linked below. Next, introduce that Silly Banana flashcard and explain that if students see this flashcard, they need to touch their nose and say, beep beep, it's the silly crab. When you see the silly crab, beep beep. Let's try. Are you ready? Oh, silly crab, beep beep. Now you try. Are you ready? Silly crab, beep beep. Good job. Next, you're going to shuffle those cards and then show them to your students one by one using a target sentence structure as you do. I like apple juice. I like apple juice. I like apple juice. Good job. It's the silly crab. Beep beep. Beep beep. Beep beep. Beep beep. Good job. Once your students have seen the silly banana, or in this case the silly crab flashcard, and completed the action, shuffle the cards and go again. Keep going until all the cards have been sufficiently reviewed. Roll the dice. For this activity, all you're going to need is a die, but don't worry if you don't have one. You can simply number some flashcards and have students shout stop. Students shout stop. Students shout stop. You can simply number some flashcards and have students shout stop as you shuffle. I've also added a couple of links in the description below of some dice rolling websites. Start by introducing those flashcards one by one using chants and TPR as you do. Next, you're going to pick one flashcard and show it to the class and ask them to roll the die. Now, if you're teaching a large number of students and you don't have access to an online die that the whole class are able to see, then you can shuffle those number cards and have the whole class count down from 10 all the way down to 0, where you'll stop and see which number you landed on. Let's go. 10 to 0. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop! Number 1. Now, the number that you'd land on is the number of times that students are going to say that word out loud. Make sure you're saying the word with students and using the actions that you just taught them. Grapes 3 times. Are you ready? Grapes. 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 Good job! Next, pick another flashcard, roll the die, and go again. Keep going until you've used up all the vocabulary words. Now in this example, I use the game to drill words, but if your students are at a higher level, you can use it to practice target sentence structures. The flash. For this activity, all you're going to need are some flashcards of the vocabulary that you want to practice. Of course, if you have access to an online teaching platform, then you can use digital ones instead. Start by introducing those flashcards one by one using chants and TPR as you do. Next, you're going to shuffle those flashcards and then very quickly you're going to flash a flashcard to the camera. Students need to watch very carefully to see if they can name the card that was shown. Shuffle, shuffle. Are you ready? What was it?
Grapes. It was grapes. Grapes. You saw grapes.
Good job. Grapes.
I can see grapes.
Can you say, I like grapes?
I can see grapes.
Good job! Once students are able to identify the flashcard, have them practice the word in a sentence and then go again. Keep going until all the flashcards have been practiced. The slow reveal. Now this game is an adaptation of the flash and all you're going to need are some flashcards with the vocabulary you'd like to practice. Start by introducing the flashcards one by one, of course using chants and TPR as you do. Next, you're going to take one flashcard and you're going to cover it using another, and you're going to slowly start to reveal that flashcard to the students. Students need to watch carefully and try and guess what the flashcard is. Once they've guessed correctly, they can practice using that word in a sentence. You can pick another flashcard and go again. Okay, are you ready? Okay. What can you see? What can you see? Ooh. What can you see? What can you see? No, it's not a monkey. What can you see? That's right! Bing, 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 bing! A bowl of rice. A bowl of rice. Good job! Keep going until all the flashcards have been revealed. Silly voices. For this activity, all you're going to need are some flashcards of the vocabulary you'd like to practice. Start by introducing those flashcards one by one using chants and TPR as you do. Next, you're going to explain to the class that we're going to practice those words using silly voices. Start by indicating the silly voice you would like students to use, for example, a high voice, and then pick a card. Use that high voice to practice that word 5 times, and then pick another card. Okay, dragon fruit. 5 times, high voices. Are you ready? Dragon fruit, dragon fruit, dragon fruit, dragon fruit, dragon fruit. Good job! Keep going again and again until all the cards have been practiced. Now with this game you can mix it up by using different silly voices, by changing the number of times you say a different word, and you can even combine it with the dice game to have students roll the dice to see how many times they need to say the word in their silly voice. So there you have it, 5 simple games that work for online teaching. But what can we do if we're teaching large groups online? Well, if we are teaching larger groups online, then it's nearly impossible for us to interact with every student individually. Now, this doesn't hold true for smaller groups or one-on-one teaching, where it's much easier to interact and have students involved in the class. However, when we are teaching larger groups, there's a few things that we can do to help students feel connected. And one of the most important ones is eye contact. One mistake that newer online teachers do make is that they look at their students on their screen thinking that they're making eye contact, when in fact from the student's perspective it looks more like the teacher is looking down rather than at them. When we're teaching large groups, it's really important that we make every student feel like that we're talking to them individually, and eye contact is a huge part of this. So although it seems really unnatural, make sure that you're looking into the camera when you're talking rather than your screen. If you do need some help getting set up with your camera, your lighting and your sound for your online teaching, then make sure you check out my online teaching tips video linked below. Secondly, we need to remember to smile. Like a lot. Like all the time. If you think about children's TV presenters, they're always smiling and their facial features are over-exaggerated. And this is because it helps to connect with children over camera. It's really easy when we're busy trying to prepare for the next activity to forget that students are still watching us. So we need to remember to smile and look at the camera as much as possible. Lastly, your planning and your transitions become really important. If you're not sure what's coming next in your class and you start umming and ahhing or trying to find the right screen, then you're going to lose that connection with your students. Try and make sure you have some fillers prepared so if you do need a second before the next activity, you can keep that connection. For example, you could just have students count down from 10 all the way down to 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job! Are you ready? Other ideas might be a simple finger play song or some attention grabbers. Make sure you think about this when you're planning your class. So there you have it, some simple games that could be used for online teaching and some tips to help you manage those larger groups. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like button and let me know by commenting with the word helpful in the comments below. If you're looking for more ESL game ideas, then you can check out some of my other videos right here. That's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, or if you're interested in a Mooncake sweatshirt or mug, you can find them linked below. And of course, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell for more weekly ESL teaching tips from Mooncake.